friends, it's Bella and welcome to my Saturday Extra. Now I've got a review for you today. A company asked me if I would review some skincare products. I did the usual thing that I always do. I researched them and made sure the products were okay as far as cruelty free and so forth. I also got in touch with them and explaining, as I always do, that if I don't like something I won't review it, and also I won't accept payment. And they came back and they said, yeah, that's fine, that's fine. Really nice company, very friendly. I always look for that, because if they're nice to me, they'll be nice to you too. So let's see what it is. We're not looking at everyday skincare with this particular range. We're looking at speciality problems. So if we've got scarring, or if we've had acne, or stretch marks, or scars of any description. So when I got the actual products, I thought, well, I don't know if these are products that I would use enough or need enough to review, really. But I thought, well, I'll give them a go, you know, let's see. Because the company said I didn't have to do the review if, you know, I didn't want to. So I thought I'd use them for a couple of things. It stipulates, as I said, for scarring and, you know, damaged skin, stretch marks, anything like that. And I thought something that has plagued me for years. Now, I don't know if you've ever noticed this in any of my other videos, but I've got really dark skin here. Now that I've been using the cream, I will show you the cream. I've been using this cream, which is the Regen cream. I don't know if you can see that, guys. Now, I've been using this, I would say now, for about 3 weeks, 4 weeks maybe, on my elbows. It smells like Sudocrem or E45, that type of smell. You can see I've used it. You can't actually, can you? That's it. On my elbows, and I can honestly say that it hasn't disappeared, but it's half as bad as it was. Now, they've always plagued me, my elbows. They were very dry, much drier than this, because you can see a sheen in there, can't you? You couldn't see no sheen before. It was just so dull and terribly dry, and very, very dark. I think it comes, I've had it for years and years, as I say, and I've tried umpteen different creams. I think it comes from having dry skin there actually, naturally, and also that I've self-tanned there a lot. I haven't creamed it enough and self-tanned, and over the years I think it just turned it, it's hardly there now, which is great. But I've been out in the summer in a summer dress, and I kind of walk like this because I'm so conscious, and it looked dirty. However much I washed it, it would look dirty. But I've been using this, guys, for about 3 or 4 weeks, and it is going down. It is definitely going down. So I am really, really happy with that. Now, I'll tell you how it progresses. I'll come back to you after Christmas. And tell you how I'm getting on, show you my elbows. I'll take before and after photographs so you can see. But it's done wonders for that. You see, I thought, what would I possibly use this for? Whereas if I buy a facial moisturiser, an oil, I know what I'm going to use it for. And I would never have gone out and bought something like this. But having sent to me, I thought, well, I'll give it a try. And I'm so glad it was sent to me, because I wouldn't never have bought it any other way. And I had no idea. I just thought, let's try it on my elbows. Nothing's worked. It's not going to work, you know. But it has. It really, really has. And I'm so pleased with that, because it's quite unsightly when you've got a nice summer dress on, you know. So that's the winner, and I'll get back to you after Christmas with the progress. Now, The next thing, similar thing again, that a healer, and it's the same thing, but this is the oil. Now, do you recognise that kind of bottle at all? Does it remind you of anything else? It does, doesn't it? And it reminds me too of the bio oil, which everybody's known and loved for years. I've always kept this in. I've kept it in for, again, any accidents or scars or so forth. I've always kept it in for that. So I'll tell you what's happened. The story is why I like the oil. About 4 weeks or so, about 3 or 4 weeks ago, Baz was out on his cycle, and he was around the back of our house. He likes to cycle round. It's sort of his form of exercise. He likes to do it, so he goes round very often on his bike. And he was cycling at the back of our house, which is quite a wooded area. And he fell. He says he hit a stone. I mean, I don't know, but he went sideways anyway, and he came off of his bike. He had shorts on, and when he come home, the side of his leg, all the way down the side of his leg, because he sort of dragged along, so all the side of his leg, the top of his thigh and the calf, were all different degrees. Some were literal cut and you could see bleeding. It had torn the skin. Some of it was just sort of grazed. Some of it was just sort of picked at. You know, if you can imagine in wooded area, if you fall and you're dragged, it's going to be all different things that pull on your leg, isn't it? So when he came in, it looked quite sore. So I bathed it with salt water, and I used the bio oil. I waited to use the bio oil until the redness had gone down. I kept bathing it in salt water, and when the redness in the skin was healed up, there was no openings, I started to use this because I thought it would scar. It was nasty. So I started to use this, which I've used for things like that for years on my children and so forth. And it's okay. It's healing up. The scars are not going. You can still see them, but there's nothing like it. I think it would have been had I not used it. So I was always pleased with that, and I'm pleased with the result of that. So anyway, when this came through with the cream, I thought that looks just like bio oil. So I looked up. I did a bit of research. Looked at it myself, smelt, and I see no difference whatsoever with this and the bio oil. I'm not saying one is better than the other. I have been using this since. You can see how much I've used. I do it every morning after his shower. I rub a bit down his leg. I don't see any difference. I don't think this is better than that, or vice versa, but this is a difference. This is the bio oil, and this is the REGENOIL, and this is half the amount for twice the price. So if something is working exactly the same, this is my opinion, only my opinion, if something is working exactly the same, and you're going to pay twice the price for half the amount, well, you're not going to do it, are you? You're going to stick with this one. And I am certainly going to stick with this one now. As I said, I've had this in the house, well, not this particular bottle, but this type of oil in the house, bio oil in the house for years. When my children were small, I always kept it in the house. But this one now will stay actually in my medicine cupboard. You never think, you know, to buy things. You buy things you need regularly. We buy things that we know we need on a continual basis. But those things that we might need for a scarring or things for something like this on my elbows, and my knees are the same, guys. My knees are the same. We never seem to think to buy those things in, and until it's too late, until we think, oh my goodness, I wish I had some oil in, you know, oh, I wish I had that cream in. So certainly I'm going to keep those things in my cupboard from now on. Now, as I said, it's Linko Care is the company. This is the Regen, and Linko Care are an umbrella that have got quite a few different groups in under their umbrella. This is just one of them, but they've got a lot of others as well, and I certainly want to investigate that a little more and see what they've got. So I like companies that I've not heard of a lot or not put out a lot. I often find they've got the best things. So I'm going to do a little bit of research on that and see what I can find for myself. And I will certainly share that with you when I get them. Now, as I say, really nice company, really friendly. I know if you emailed them with any, you know, concern or problem or anything you have, I know they'd get back to you, because their customer service is nice. And as I say, I always look for that. I always look for that for you, so that you can, you know, easily contact and feel at ease contacting people. So let me know what you think of that. I definitely think it's worth a try. How do you feel about me doing a Saturday extra? I'm not going to do it all the time, guys. It's just something I intended to do, especially for the new year and through next year. You know, making plans for next year's videos, and I want to do a little bit extra things, and I'm going to do Saturday extras every now and again. Not regularly, they'll just pop up every now and again. And I want to sort of broaden my channel a little bit. Certainly the base is beauty, always will be, because that's my passion. But sort of little aspects of my life, you know, where I've become such friends with so many of you. There's different sides of my life, different things I do, and I'm interested in, and you know, maybe we can bring that in more with you guys, and we'll work on that together in the new year. But thank you for watching today. I hope the rest of your weekend goes really well. Behave yourselves. I'll be back Tuesday. It's only Tuesday now, Saturday already. I'll be back day after tomorrow. No, day after that. So enjoy the rest of your weekend. Behave yourselves and be good. I'll see you Tuesday. Bye.